Hi friends, today we're going to use a Dollar Tree frame and we're going to upgrade it a bit to use it on my gallery wall that I have in my house. First, I'm going to struggle to open it so that I can decorate it because I can't open a damn thing. See me struggle and enjoy. So first we're going to remove the glass in the back so that we can decorate it easier. Then I'm going to take a brown paint so that I can make a faux stain. You can use any brown paint that you'd like so that you can use the stain. And then what I usually do is just use a little bit and then a little bit of water. But this frame is made out of the weirdest wood that I've ever used. So I had to use quite a bit of paint. And what you can do is test it out on the back so that you can't tell that you've tested it. So test it in an inconspicuous spot, as they say. Um, so I used quite a bit of paint, and normally you don't have to use a lot of paint, but I did. So then once I found a color that I liked, I painted the whole frame. And I actually used two coats because I wanted it to be a darker color. Just the hardest part, which is not very hard, was trying to make sure that I had everything covered, including the little beads, because the beads had little inconspicuous spots that were a little difficult to make sure that I covered them. But really, this project is quite easy and requires just a few things. And it is pretty at the end, and I love it. So it's really quite a good project for a beginner. So after I had it all painted, I didn't want to wait, so I just used my heat gun to dry it. And then the next thing that I used is a little bit of rub and buff, one of my favorite things to use that I am terrible at using. And I just applied a little bit to my finger and then just rubbed the wooden beads in the middle. I wasn't too worried about getting it all the way to the sides because I kind of enjoyed the look. And then I used this barrette that I got from the Dollar Tree and struggled to remove the back. I just used a little bit of needle nose pliers and pulled it off as best as I could. I struggled, and I actually bent the barrette a little bit and had to bend it back, but in the end, I didn't break the barrette, which was a success. Once I got it up, I just used my hot glue gun, which I actually turned on for the first time ever when I needed to use it. And then I just applied the hot glue on the back, and the hot glue actually went through and burned my palm, but that's fine because you have to have experience a little bit of pain to make a beautiful art project. And there she is at the end. I really enjoyed this art project and I think it looks good. And I think I'm going to leave that beautiful girl and her dog in this frame because I don't know them, but it looks like I have friends. And in the end, that's all that matters. Thanks for watching. Bye.